So, hi. Now we can see the constructors. Constructors topics. See here. I can add all these. I erase all this. Okay. So this is a constructor. So test is a constructor group. Okay. So test is a constructor group. Constructors are used to initialize some values. Okay. So what is the constructor definition? Okay. Constructors are used to raise the business logics of the application. Okay, so those logics are executed during the object creation. Okay, constructors are used to create the business logics of the application. Those logics are executed during object creation. So see here now, first a test. So test is what here? So test is a class name. Okay, so test is a class name here, and the object is what is a reference variable. So equal to is a assignment operator, and new is a keyword here. Okay, so new is a keyword for object creation. So this is one test is a constructor. Okay, so the constructor name and class name must be both are same. Okay, constructor name and class name must be both are same. So what are the rules to declare the constructor? So constructor name and construct name, class name. Okay, constructor name and class name both are same. Okay, constructor name and class name both are same. And the constructor are able to take the parameters. So see here, constructor are able to here we can pass the parameters. Okay, so in that constructor we can pass the parameters, and return type is not allowed here. Okay, so what are the rules? First we can, okay, so keep it in mind these three rules. So first rule is what? So constructor name and class name must be both are same. Okay, and the constructor can pass the parameters. Okay, constructor able to take the parameters. So next, third one is what? Constructor is not returning any return types. Okay, constructor not allowed any return types here. Next, types of constructor. There are two types of constructor, default constructor and user defined constructor. So default constructor is a zero argument constructors, and user defined constructor is a parameterized constructors. Okay. So user defined constructor is parameterized constructor. So now we can see one example. Okay. One normal example also. So this one. So we can create what one method. We can calling that instance method. I can creating one instance method and calling that method. Okay. So see here, void m1. Okay. So I can create this method void m1. Okay, in here, what we can write system dot out dot printr. Okay, printer. Here we can type m1 method. Okay, this is my statement. I can print this statement by calling what object here. So object, what is object name? Object dot m1. So here we can call in this method. Okay, so save the file and run it. Okay, so m1 method will be executed or not? Yes, m1 method will be executed. So for the above example, if you call m1 method, okay, m1 method is available, it is executed. Okay, this example m1 method is available, that available method only executed. So after using new keyword, test is called as a constructor. So this constructor what default are zero or okay, no or zero parameters. Okay, after using the new keyword, test is a constructor. Okay, so in that constructor, no or zero parameters. Okay, so inside the class, see this one inside the class, we are not we are not generating at least one constructor. Inside the class, we are not generating at least one constructor. So compiler generates zero or default constructor with empty implementation. Like what? Means no body. See here in this place. So what is my test? I can write like this one. Okay. So text can remove the star also. Okay. Here no body. See this one. Okay, if class, inside the class, we are not generating any constructor. See this one. Inside the class, this is a class test. Inside the class, we are not generating any constructor. So compiler generates the constructor automatically default. Okay, compiler generates a zero or default constructor with empty implementation, like what? No body in the constructor. Okay, compiler generates zero argument constructor. See this one. Compiler generates zero argument constructor is called as a default constructor. Constructor generates the zero argument constructor is called as a default constructor. So at runtime, zero argument constructor will be executed and object also created. Okay, at runtime, zero argument constructor will be executed and object creation also created. New test. Okay, note constructor is generated by the whom? Compiler. Okay, constructor is generated by the compiler. This is called what? This is a default constructor. This is a default constructor. Okay, this is generated by the compiler. Okay, if class we cannot generate any constructor inside the class, so compiler is generated the zero or default constructor. Okay, automatically inside the class. Okay, with no body, with no implementation. Okay. So same like that, we can see one example. We can write a normal user-defined constructor. This is a default constructor. Okay. So I can write what user-defined constructor. My constructor is what? Text it. Okay. Why text? Why test? Test is a class name. So constructor name and class name must be same or not. Yes. If you write test one, it shows error. Why means return type is not matching. Why? Okay. So this is not a constructor. That's why. So constructor name and class name must be same both. Okay, I can print the statement system dot out dot println. Then this is what I can print like a zero argument constructor. Okay, I can print like this one. Okay, if you calling M1, okay, if you calling M1, M1 only will be displayed. Okay, so see here. I can calling what? Text. Zero argument constructor is running or not. We can check this one. Okay. I can calling what? M1 method. See this one. Paste and execute it. So zero argument constructor will be executed and M1 method will be executed. Both are executed or not? Executed. Okay. So we cannot write anything to print constructor inside the, okay, we cannot pass any objects. Why it is executed means while we are creating the object, okay, inside the class. So pass, this will be executed as a zero argument constructor. Okay, if you are not declared any constructor inside the class, compiler generates the constructors. So I can write what? I can write next one. We can pass single parameter. I can write another constructor. We can pass one single parameter. See this one. Same like this is called as a default constructor. Sorry, this is called as user defined constructor. So default constructor system defined. So I can see this one. Same constructor. Okay, it is not possible. See this one. I can write one constructor. So again, I can write same constructor. It is not possible. I means it shows error. So that's why I can pass here some parameters. Okay, some parameters in here. See this one. Error will be gone or not. Okay, so error will be gone. So I can pass the parameters. Okay, next again, I can create what? So see this one. I can execute it. This is called as a one argument parameter. Okay, it is execute or not. We can see that one. Okay, so save the file and run it. Zero argument, one will be executed. Why one is not executed? Here we can create only one constructor. So we can create another constructor. So text obj1 equal to new test. Okay. Here why it is show 0? Actually, here we can give what integer here. That's why I can create for this one 10. See here. Save the file and run it. It is execute or not? Executed. One argument constructor is also executed. Why means this constructor, okay, this method, this constructor will calling this testing method and passing what one argument constructed as a output in the console. Okay, it is working. Okay, here passing integer variable as a value. So same with class names. Okay, so again, see here now in the above example, in the above example, okay. So inside the class, if you are declared at least one constructor, inside the class you are declared at least one constructor. Compile is not responsible for generating the default constructors. Compile is not responsible for default constructors. So constructors are used to write the business logics of the application. Those logics are executed during object creation. Okay. So now I will go for creating another one. See here. I can remove all this. Okay. I can remove all this one also. Here integer is what? Integer EID. EID is integer. And string is a ename. Okay. And double is a e-salary. Okay. So I can declare like this. I can print what? This I can print all these statements like void display. Okay. Void this I can use this method, instance method. So here system dot out dot println. Okay. See here EID I can display like this EID. So same like, so instance variables are using instance area. I can directly see EID ename. Okay. EID ename and e-salary. Okay. So now I can create what object. So see this one. Save the file and run it. It gives the output or not? It gives not a output. Why means here in main method we cannot pass any print methods. So that's why. So we are accessing this instance methods, instance area to accessing static area by creating one object. Okay, create one object. So test object equal to new text. Okay. So now we can call those object or not. So that's why what is object name display. So that is obj.disp. I can call it. Okay. So see this one. Save the file and run it. So EID 0. Okay. Name null. String is give the what? Null value. Okay. And double is what? 0.0. See here. Here we cannot assign any values. Here we cannot assign any values. So that's why. So compiler take the default values. Compiler take the default values and showing the output. Shows in the output or not. Yes. So here I can declare what? So now I can initialize the values. 111 is my name. So EID. So name is what? E name is Porna. Okay. And salary is 10,000.00 D. Okay. 10,000.00 D. Okay. So it is what a float. So actually double means it is not displayed. So it is a float. So I can take as a float. Float is display. So see here on right line. Okay. It is what I can write strings this one EID. Okay. EID equal to, so it is used for concatenation operator. The same like ename. Ename equal to plus concatenation operator and the e salary. Okay, equal to plus. So what is the output now? See here. These three will be displayed. Ename, EID, e salary. So same will be displayed. Okay. without constructor output. So I can create one constructor. See here, I can create one constructor. In that constructor, I will assign the values. Okay, I can create one constructor. In that constructor, I can assign the values or not. See this one. So test is my constructor. Test is my constructor name. So in that constructor, I can give what EID values. Okay, these three. Control C, Control V. Okay. Okay, I can remove here. Okay. Now see the what is the output. Now we can check this one. Same output. Okay. In that constructor, okay, in that constructor only we can give the values. So here we are assigning. So this one I can give here triple two. Okay. Here, what is output? Run it. So only triple one data only executed. This data is not executed. Why it is not executed? This is the error. This is the error. Why means if two employees have the same ID, same name, and same salary, it is wrong. Okay. So here employee object one and employee object one. We can create another object. We can create another object. Also, it is not possible. So that's why. So constructors, if you use the constructor, we can pass the parameters number of employee values. Okay. So see here, it is one constructor. I can create one constructor. Okay. So in that, see here, here in the test, you can write what into EID. Okay. And string ename and float eSalary. Okay. So save the file and run it. Okay. It shows what? Exception error. Why it shows exception error? Okay. Shows exception error. In this case, we can write what? This one. EID equal to EID. Okay. Ename equal to ename. Okay. And salary equal to eSalary. See, so now we can check the output. See here. It shows what? Error. It shows error. Why means we cannot pass any parameters here. We cannot pass any parameters here. Okay. So instance variables are there and local variables also available. So here instance variable names, see here instance variable names and local variables name both are same. So here we are using what? This keyword. So instance variable name and local variable names both are same. We can use this keyword. Already we can discuss in the last class. So assign to the local instance variables by using this keyword because names are same here. So see this one, control Z. So I can pass the parameters here. Here, see this one. New test. It is asking what? It is asking parameters or not. So integer value is 10 and the string value is 4. Now I can send the string value. Okay, and the salary is 20,000.5 F. Okay, so see here. Now it displays the output or not. Okay, here it is null values. Taking the null values. Why means? Why these three? This keyword is not using. Why means? Here in instance variable names and local variable names both are same. So if you use this keyword here, this dot eid. Okay, next this dot ename. Okay, next this dot esalary. Okay, so now save the file and run it. Okay, 10 Purna 2005 2005 will be displayed or not. So these parameters are okay. So goes to here local variables. So that local variables will be displayed. So that local variables will be displayed. We can pass using the constructor. We can pass the number of student values. Okay, we can pass the number of student values. See this here. I can pass the next employee values. See here. So I can create what object one is my object name. Okay, here I can what object name. Okay, and names are changed. Okay, so names are changed, salary also changed. See this one. What is the example? So both employee values will be displayed or not? Okay, employee one values will be displayed and employee two values will be displayed. So if you're using like this constructor, okay, so if you're using initialize the instance variables, and after that we can create one constructor. In that constructor we can pass the parameters, and if same instance variable names and constructor variable names both are same, so using what this keyword local variables and instance variable names both are same, we can using this keyword, and after that we can assign the values. Okay, so we can pass the parameters through the constructor. Okay, in the main method. Okay, you can same we can pass what number of variable number of employee data we can pass through the constructors. Okay, this is called as a parameterized constructor. This is called as a parameterized constructor. You can pass the two objects. Two objects are the same employee, constructor is executed, same values are displayed or not. We can check this one. Okay, this is called as a parameterized constructor. So next we can calling what constructor method also we can using. So calling constructor method also we can using. So how to call the constructors? See here. This is one example. This example is going to complete or not? Okay, completed. Next I can erase this all this one. Okay. So see here. Test is my constructor name. Okay, and same like test is my constructor name. In that test I can pass what integer a value. Okay, this is one. And next constructor I can pass the integer a and integer b value. Okay, integer a and integer b value I can pass through the parameters here, constructors. Okay, so here what execute system dot development 0 arguments, 1 arguments, 2 arguments. Okay, so system dot out dot println. This is a 0 argument constructor. This is a 0 argument constructor. So same like that we can what 1 argument constructor and a 2 argument constructor. Okay, this is a 1 argument constructor and this is a 2 argument constructor. Okay, so now in main method see here test obj equal to new test. Okay. So see this one. So what is the output? 0 argument constructor is the output. It displays what? Only this one. So you can write like this. You can execute the second one and third one. Okay. So remaining all constructors, we can write like this. This is object one. This is object two. Okay. Here we can pass what integer 10 value. So we can pass one 10. So constructor one argument constructor will be displayed. So 10 comma 20. Okay. Two argument constructor will be displayed. See here. Three argument constructors are displayed. 0 argument, 1 argument, 2 argument. Three constructors will be displayed or not? Okay. So if you using this, okay, so call to this method, the first argument in the constructor. Okay, what is the output? You can see this. Okay, so see here, I cannot use these two. Okay, I can call this here in here. So see this one. So this is what? This is 10. I can pass this one. Okay, so same like that. This 10 comma 20. Okay, so y 10 comma 20, these two will be displayed or not. So see here, I can run the output. What is the output? Two argument, one argument, zero argument. Why two argument? So first we can call what? Test argument. So test constructor. So in that test constructor, 10 is there, this 10. So this 10 means this comes to here in this location. Here what is available? 10 comma 20. So that's why first two argument constructor will be executed. Next after that it is completed. Next system one argument will be completed. And after that this is also completed. Next what? System zero argument constructor will be executed as the output. Okay, so if you write like this statement below, see what is the output. Okay, we can write this statement below. Control X. See here, what is the output? It shows what error. Why means this statement must be must and should write above the print method only. This statement must be the first statement in the constructor. This statement must be the first statement in the constructor. Okay, so that's why it is wrong. So you can write two statements in one constructor. It is working or not? See here, it is also wrong. So must and should. This is one. This is also one definition. What is the definition? So one constructor can able to call the at a time only one constructor. One constructor at a time only call the one constructor only, not two constructors. Okay, that's why this is also wrong. Okay. So thank you. This is the constructor topics. Okay, constructor is complete here. Okay, thank you.